Have you ever wanted to make a stuffed animal from scratch? A strange creature that only exists in your imagination? Maybe yes, or maybe no. But today, that's exactly what we are going to do. A challenge without a sewing machine, but all we need is a bit of dedication, fabric, a needle, thread, and lastly, a pair of hands full of creativity. Oh, and of course, a pattern of your choice. Scissors, chalk or something to mark the fabric, pins, needle, thread, ideally matching the fabric color. Although if you're like me, it's totally fine if you don't have green. That might just give it a unique and special touch. Fabric of your choice, decorations like buttons, ribbons, and whatever you want. And of course, a cute pattern that you like. Print and cut the pattern. We'll start by tracing the pattern on the fabric. Try to be as precise as possible. Cut the fabric. Carefully cut out the pieces, leaving a small seam allowance. Get ready to sew. Pin the pieces together to keep them in place and avoid them shifting. Sew the pieces. Start sewing with firm stitches. Make sure to secure the beginning and the end of each stitch so it doesn't come apart when we add the stuffing. Repeat on all the pieces. Do this with all the parts of the plush toy. Remember to leave a little hole to fill it. Stuffing. Now it's time to stuff. Make sure it's nice and full so it's usable and soft. Join all the parts. Arrange them to your liking. Sew them together firmly and secure them well. Decorate to your like.
I will be following a tutorial for doing this teddy bear. The girl in the video has a polar fabric, but I don't have, so I will be using this one that it's pretty cool. I like the color, so I will be using it. And yes, here I have the patterns. They are printed, and the first step is that I will cut them to trace it on the fabric.
So all of these are the pieces from the pattern, as you can see, and the next step is to trace them on the fabric. So I have finished. There are all the pieces done. Maybe they are not perfect, but I tried my best, so let's trust the process.
On the pattern I download, it says that there's 4 to 5 millimeters seam allowance is included on the pattern. So the thing we have to do is on the piece we have to mark those millimeters, and that's the line we will follow for sewing.
We'll take a piece like this one, and with the ruler we will measure 5 millimeters like this. This I've done. These are the measurements. I guess this will be a good guide, and let's do this with all the pieces.
So the first step is the part of the legs. I've already done some of the tutorial. It's like this. This one is one leg, this one is the another, and I pinned it to this part of the body. So I also was looking for a thread that matches with the fabric, but I don't have, so I think this color will be cool. So I'll start sewing and then I'll show the process. A curiosity that you may not know about the name of teddy bear is that its origin comes from the USA President Theodore Roosevelt, that in the 1902 he refused to shoot a bear during a hunting trip because he considered this as a cruel act. This story became famous, and the toy maker created a stuffed bear in his honor, calling it Teddy's Bear. Like Theodore and Teddy, that's the origin of. The Teddy Bear Day is celebrated on September 9th, which is Teddy Roosevelt's birthday. But in some other places, it is celebrated on October 27th. Teddy bears exist all over the world. They are popular in many cultures, not only as toys, but also as decorations, collectibles, and also for emotional therapy, because they provide emotional benefits. For example, they help children to develop emotional security. Even adults find comfort in them. The giant teddy bear exists, and it has a Guinness World Record for the largest bear, that is over 19 meters long. It was created in Mexico in 2019, and it was named Shunita. Some teddy bears are very valuable. Some antique stave bears have sold for over $100,000 at auctions. One of the most expensive is the Louis Vuitton bear. As you can see, teddy bears are really famous in all over the world, and they are also famous in film and literature, such like characters of movies like Toy Story, Lotso, Winnie the Pooh, Paddington, and Ted. They are teddy bears that are a really famous icon in all the world. And one last curiosity about teddy bears is that they were used during the World War, the second one. During this war, some soldiers carried small teddy bears in their backpacks as good luck charms or as a reminder of their children. But in some cases, they were sent as gifts through the military mail. part. Look. But I made a big mistake. I didn't pin it correctly. So now the legs don't fit. Look, if I put it like this is shorter. And I can't continue with this. I tried to remove the thread, but it's so hard. I'm gonna cry because I spent like 15 minutes on this little part, and now I have to undo this. That's so sad. Now I have to be I must be careful with joining the parts to avoid doing this again. When I was doing this, I was analyzing that this is not a straight line. This is like zigzag. I'll show you. You can see, well, like this is not like very noticeable, but if you do this, look, maybe in the video it doesn't look like too much, but now that I see it with my own eyes, it's sad. But well, that's not a problem. I'll show you the parts that I've done. These two are the side of the body and also the tummy. These ones are the legs, and this is its butt. And now the part that will make that our bear looks more like a teddy bear is the feet. This is hard because I don't know, because it's hard. I think I didn't cut it correctly, so one foot is bigger than another and other one is larger than another. So I will see how I made this. I already finished to sew the top of the feet, so now I have to sew the other one like this on the low part of the leg. And according to the tutorial, then these two parts of this I have to join them, and this will be the back, not the tummy, the back. This one is the tummy, and I think it's pretty good. It's a really slow process. I began doing this at 1 p.m. more or less, and now there's the 8:13 o'clock. I want to finish right now, but I will continue trusting the process.
So I finally finished to sew the part I told you, the tummy and the back. Look, I left this part without stitches because from here we're going to turn it around when we finish it. and turn it to the front. I mean, and yep. Now the next step is to sew the feet. We'll put this patch and pin it. It seems something like this. I will sew it and then I'll show you how this is looking like.
So I have finished the little circles sewed on the legs, and now I turned it to the front because I will show you how this is looking like. Look, it's not perfect as you can see, but I don't think this is that bad. Now the next step is, well, for finishing we have the ears, the arms, and finally the head. These ones are the only things that are missing for our little bear. So on the tutorial the next step was the arms. So I'll sew it like this, both the left and the right one, and then once I have finished it I have to fill it and then sew it to the neck, and that's it. I'll continue sewing and sewing and sewing. I'll see how long I will be taking. Now it's almost 10 p.m. 1 minute for 10 p.m. So I'll hurry up to finish this as fast as possible.